Hello and welcome back to the Rebecca Adehill Show. I am so excited to be back here recording another episode. And today I thought we would dive straight in. I shared a story on my Instagram a few days ago and I asked, what is one thing you want me to riff on? And the majority of the answers was how to magnetize your marketing. So today I want to give you 5 different ways in terms of how you can magnetize your marketing. So let's dive in. The first thing I suggest, even when it comes to the whole world of marketing, the first thing I want you to consider, am I an embodiment of my work? Often what I'll see, the people that find it really effortless to create marketing or market your services, often that is because it comes across really authentic and effortless. And that is often a sign that the person is really embodied in their work. So that is the first step. How can you become a true embodiment of what you teach? And I think I often get that reflected with other clients of mine. They say things come across so easy and effortless to you. And the reason for that is simply because I practice what I preach. And I think that's really important to create a level of safety for your clients and really create that magnetism in your marketing. So you want to make sure that you practice what you preach and that you are an embodiment of the solution you help your dream clients with. The second part is when I am creating an offer or even my whole offer suite, I like to think in timelines. So basically, when we're all in business, we pretty much solve someone's problem or we have a solution that we bring to the marketplace. So when we are looking at that transformation from a timeline perspective, on one side of the timeline, we are going to have problem land. So all of the problems that they are currently facing, and then all the way over on the other side, that is when we have promised land or desire land. So the ultimate transformation. Now, somewhere in the middle, we have something that we call I am done moment. They are not sitting in their pain anymore, but they are not quite at promised land yet. So, but what we know is that they are actively seeking a solution to the problems they are currently facing. So if you want to magnetize your marketing, I invite you to market to their I am done moment. And I see still to this date, people market to their client's pain. We don't have to remind people of their pain. We need to be the light that they seek, and we need to speak into them with the assumption that they are actively seeking a solution right in this moment. So when you show up online and market your services, I want you to use something called an active voice, really specifically speaking into their I'm done moment. So what that looks like is that essentially you can say, I know that you are ready to call in more abundance. I know that you are ready to build out your funnel. I know that you are ready to build a really solid foundation in your business. I know that you are ready to magnetize your marketing so that you can call in your dream clients. So basically, I'm making the assumption that you are actively looking for the solution, and that is what I'm marketing to. So you need to understand, what is my dream client's I am done moment? I'm done feeling like this. I don't want to sit in this pain anymore. I want to find a solution to the problems I'm currently facing. So you need to actively promote their I am done moment. And this really leads me to my third point, which is all around assumptions. What assumptions do you currently have about your audience? Here is the thing. When I ask my clients this question, they often say, when I say, what is your assumption about the people that follow you online, about your potential clients. And I just want you to sit with that for just a moment. And often what they say is that they can't afford it. They don't see me as authority. They don't see value. They are on one income. They are not ready yet. They're not really empowered. They are not self-led. We create all of these assumptions and stories what we believe to be true about the people that are following us online. Now, that is a story that most of us have created, which means that it's also our responsibility to change that narrative and to change that story so that you get to recreate a new story that every single person that you interact with, every single person that is following you online, they are ready to buy from you today. And how would you show up if you had the assumption that everyone is ready right in this moment? Every single person, they are hanging off every single word you say. They are engaged. They're here to learn from you. They are moving, actively finding a way to move into your world. How would you show up online with that assumption? How would you show up online with the knowing that you have the most empowered, soul-aligned clients that definitely see value in what you have to offer? They are self-led, they are motivated, they are actively seeking the solution that you currently have. And they want to be guided by you, no one else. They see you as the authority. They see you as the leader. They connect with your energy, with your magnetism. How would you show up online with that knowing? And it's actually your responsibility to shift that. So if there's a part of you right now, and I know there's so many of my clients have done this, and I'm guilty of this too, that you sort of scroll up and see who's watched your Instagram story, and then you're like, that person's not going to buy, that person is already in my world, and that person is on one income, that person doesn't have a business, whatever stories we are creating. So what if we can just shift that and go, I'm open. I am open to beautiful surprises, but I'm going to lead myself with the assumption that they are all ready. They are ready. They are hanging off every word I say. They're here to listen. They are here to learn. They are here to be activated. I am their expander. If you are that person for someone, how would your marketing shift online if you held that assumption? It's such a powerful shift. So I really encourage you and invite you to sit with that and get real first what your current assumptions are so you can then move through that and create a new set of assumptions that are far more elevated and empowered. Because here is the thing. When it comes to marketing and running an online business, 20% is strategy, 80% energetics. So, and a part of our assumptions and our beliefs and the stories that we are telling ourselves, that is all in the energetics. So it's your responsibility to create a new story. And imagine, I'm just going to go here for a moment. How can we make the assumption that people can't afford something? How can we decide for someone else that they are not empowered? How can we create this story without them actually telling us what's in their bank account, whether they are ready or not, whether they see value or not? We don't know that. Yet we try to over-explain and cater for those people. And that's when you will then fall into a very convincing energy and a very convincing, almost like dragging, like pulling out teeth kind of style of marketing. And that is not magnetic. That has a very repelling energy. But you must change your assumption first. And the next part here, after the assumption, when you hold the assumption that everybody is ready, they're all sitting there with their phones like ready to pay you right now, how would you lead yourself? And next part to this as well, with that knowing, how can you show your authority in your content? How can you show your potential clients that you are the obvious choice in the solution that they are currently looking for? How can you show them that you are the authority? You are the leader. You are the one that will help them with the problems that they currently have, and you will guide them to promised land. You will guide them to that solution. But in order for you to build trust with your audience, you must prioritize authority content. And what that means is that show me that you know what you are talking about. Show me your leadership. Show me that you are the guru, that you are the expert. Because what will happen when we create authority content, that will create a level of safety and certainty in our potential clients as they are making a decision whether they feel like we're the perfect match or not. So the more authority content you create, the more safety it will create for your potential clients, because they will start to see you as a leader. They will start to see you as the authority in that particular field. So, and often what I see with clients is that they spend a lot of time in the inspirational type marketing, and they use a lot of umbrella words. And what that means is that we're using really big words to sound really fancy and, expansion and next level and evolution. Like we speak into all of those really big words, but those are really umbrella terms. And what we need to learn to do as we are sharing authority content is to get really specific. So rather than going broad, I invite you to going deep to really show your potential clients that you know exactly what you are talking about. And I almost want them to feel that you know them better than that them know themselves. That is what you want them to feel. And when you come across someone's post sometimes and then automatically you think, oh, I feel like that person is speaking directly to me. And that is probably because they are. If you feel that I'm speaking directly to you right now and you're like, I feel so seen, it's because I'm speaking directly to you. It's because I have such a deep understanding of where you're at right now and where you want to go. So when I'm speaking into that one timeline in terms of taking you from problem to promised land, I am very clear on what that is. So I get to speak into the solution in your I am done moment, because I make the assumption that you are actively seeking a solution to the problems that you are currently facing. And the last point number 5 that I want to share with you today is really around storytelling. It is a little saying that goes, people move when they feel moved. What that means is that when we evoke a level of emotion in our potential clients and we trigger something or we activate something in them, that is when they will take action. So, and a really good way of doing that is to infuse storytelling in your marketing, to paint a picture of what it would be like to get to promised land, or share how you navigated something with a potential client and how you led them through this specific problem and how you came out on the other side, and paint the picture of what happened on the other side. And more importantly, how does it feel when you have arrived at that destination? Really infusing storytelling. People don't like to be sold to, but we love to buy. And in order for someone to buy, they have to be emotionally activated and they have to feel moved in one way or another. That can be expanded, that can be activated. We want them to feel this deep desire of wanting to work with you. We want them to feel this, oh, that's exactly what I want. And they get all of these feelings. I'm sure that you've had them. I've had them many times. because of the person that we are interacting with. They are painting a picture of something that we desire so deeply. And when we can blend that with amazing authoritative content, when we can show our leadership through, I know exactly what you are navigating, I know exactly what you are going through, I know the problems that you are facing, but I also know that you are so empowered and you are actively seeking a solution because you want to get to this point. Which means that you need to be really clear on what that transformation is. What are the tangible outcomes and results you help your clients with? So it's not the tools you use. What is the outcome? And this is another thing that I see a lot of people do when it comes to marketing and how they advertise their services or programs, is that they speak into the tools that they use, not the outcome. So take it one step further. So I like to use this example even when it comes to meditation, for instance. It's not really about meditation. Meditation is the tool that we use, but why are we meditating? We're doing it so that we can regulate our stress levels, so that we have more mental clarity, more mental stability, so that we can experience more creativity, overflow, ease, feeling at peace, regulate your nervous system. When we are speaking into all of those things, that is when people will connect with it, not necessarily the tool. Does that make sense? So take it that one step further. And if you are, and this brings me back to my first point, if you are an embodiment of the work that you do, people will feel it. People can see it. And it goes far beyond than trying to convince someone. They see it. They feel it. They can notice it in your energy. They can sense it when you communicate with them because it feels real and authentic. It feels embodied. And here is the thing when it comes to energies, and no doubt that you also can read someone's energy online. You can feel if they are bullshitting or if they are being genuine. We can spot that from a mile away. And this is why the embodiment and you practicing what you preach is step number one. Then work. So let's do a little recap. Let's go there so you don't forget anything. Get a pen and paper. Let's do a recap. Number one, be the embodiment of your work. The most important part. People can feel it and they sense it and they see it before they actually listen to your words. Show them. Say less, show them. The second part is that you get to market to their I am done moment, not to their pain. Lift the frequency. Do not market to their pain. It's like we don't need to remind them of the shit stuff that's going on for them and the big problem. I'm sure if they have a problem, they're going to know about it. They know that they have that problem. So you get to be the light. You get to be the solution. You get to be the activation. And again, my third point, leading with the assumption that they are ready, they are done, and they are actively looking for that solution. And number three is around what is your assumption about your audience. Imagine if your assumption was everybody is ready, they want to learn from me, they want to hear from me, they are hanging off every single word I say. They are ready, they are right here, and they want me to guide them. Show up with that assumption that everybody see value in what you do. Everybody is empowered. They are ready. They feel activated and expanded by you. They want to be guided by you. And step number 4 is to really step into your authority. Be the authority in your field. And sometimes if you are just starting out in terms of sharing authority content, that can feel a little bit vulnerable sometimes because you are basically taking a stand and you say, this is what I believe and this is how it's done. This is how you should navigate this one particular thing. This is what you should do. So it's very direct, but it really shows your leadership, and maybe not everyone will have the same perspective or idea as you do, but that is okay. That's why we're all different, but you get to decide what's your truth and the way you like to lead people. That is the only thing you can focus on, and really owning that. And the next part, or the last part, is really infusing storytelling in your marketing. Focus on evoking that emotion in your potential clients. People move when they feel moved. And I've seen a huge trend online at the moment. There's a lot of B-roll, not a lot of face to camera, and there's a lot of faceless reels and all of those things that connect with people. Show them. It's not just about going viral. Not saying like that's also great, 100% focus on that, but I really need you to prioritize face to camera so that they can tell that you know what you are talking about, so that they can feel your authenticity, so that they can feel your leadership, so that they can feel like you are the one for them, and make them feel something. People move when they feel moved. That is it for today's episode. I hope that you have loved it. I cannot wait to see you turning up the dial on your marketing and really start to magnetize your marketing. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you back next week for another episode.